Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how you can use AWS CloudFormation to provision your resources. And here we are going to provision only three resources, that is EC2, security group, and Elastic IP address. With me here, I have templates that we are going to use to provision these resources. As you can see here, we have two sections. In the CloudFormation, there are 9 sections that are defined, but out of 9 sections, only one section that is compulsory, and that is the resource section. The others are not mandatory, so you can decide either to define them or not based on your requirements. But in this case, I decided to use parameters section for defining the description of our security group. That's why I have it here. And then from there, at the resources is where you're able now to define all the resources that you want to provision. And in this video, I want to make it so simple so that you can be able to understand how CloudFormation works. So we start with the EC2 instance. We start provisioning or defining EC2 instance that we're going to create. You give it a name. After giving it a name, then you specify which type of resources you want to provision. So if you want to provision a VPC, you can define like that. But in our case, it will be instance. And then from there, each and every resource comes with the properties. So here you define the properties for your resources, and then from there, for this specifically resource, we are going to define where you want this instance to be provisioned. The availability zone, that is the US West 1A zone, and then from there specify the Amazon machine image, that is the image ID. For you to be able to get this one, and also the region, make sure you're in the same region as I am. So here I'm already in California, so if you are in another region, it won't provision resources, so make sure you are in the same, or you can change your region where you are, and then from there to get the AMI ID that you have to use based on your region. Go to EC2. Let's go to the EC2 should be. Let's go to the EC2. AMI catalog. Then from there, scroll down, select the type of instance that you want. So let me select the first one. Then after you have selected, go to create template with the AMI. So here we are not going to create AMI, we are just interested with the AMI ID that you're going to use in our templates. After that, scroll down, you will find it somewhere here. This is the AMI that you are going to use based on your region. So you can send either to stick with the same region or you change the region. So make sure you change that is the AMI ID and also the availability zone that you want to provision your resources. So once you have set these two parameters, you're able now to go, and then from there you define the type of instance that you want to provision, and then from there we are going to use a security group to set the rules for EC2 instance. And in this case, we are going to reference the declared sources, that is the security group for our server. So use this one as a reference function for us to be able now to use other resources within one resource. So it is referencing this security group, and under this security group as a resource that you're going to create. So you just like the way you have done for this one, you just come here, you specify which resource that you are going to deploy is a security group. And then from there, what are the properties for these specific resources? Because each and every resource has a different properties. So here we are going to have description, and then here we are going to reference to description that we made under parameter section. And then from there, what are these ingress rules that you are going to set? So in our case, we are going to allow port 80 to access our EC2 instance, and then the CW block we are saying we want it to be public, and then from there we also want to have HTTPS 4443, and then it will be a public IP address. That means it will access the internet, and then from there we want to SSH to this EC2 instance. So we enable port 22, and then from there you can specify which IP address should be able now to access this machine. Just make it more secure and not accessible in public internet. So you can specify your local IP address so that you're able now to access your instance privately. And then from there we are going to define another resource, that is the elastic IP address. So here you give it a name that you want, and then from there the type, of course, will be EIP, elastic IP address, and then from there you specify the properties. So in this case, we want to attach this elastic IP address to our instance. So what we are going to do, we are going to use this intrinsic function for referencing our EC2 instance. So this is the templates that you are going to use for provisioning some resources in the AWS CloudFormation. So I just want to go to my AWS CloudFormation, and as you can see here, I don't have any stack for now, and I want us to get it together. So let's go ahead and a stack. There are three options that you can use to prepare your templates. The first one is uploading the one that you have in your machine. The other one is you can use a sample from the AWS, and the last one is you can use a template designer. That's you're able now to copy your code and paste it on your designer, and then from there you're able now to deploy. We are going to use the first one. Template is ready. Then there are three options for getting your code. You can either get it from S3 buckets. You can upload it to S3 bucket, and then from there you specify the URL. You can upload just like the way we are going to upload it in our platform from machine, or you can sync it from Git. So you can commit it or push it to your Git, and then from there you're going to sync it to CloudFormation. Those are the options that you have, but as we are going to use a upload template file, so just come here, I select the file that I want. This is the file that I'm going to use. It is in progress. Once done, let's go to the next. We are going to give our stack name. Let's call it demo CloudFormation EC2 security group and elastic IP address. And then since we have created this parameter here, we'll give our security group a name. So here we are going to give our security group a name, that is CloudFormation security group. Then go to the next. We are not going to change anything here, so we are going to use the default settings, and because I want to make it very simple for us to be able to understand, so we won't change anything. So let's go to the next. So here you have a review of what you have done, and me, I'm okay. If you're not okay, you can do some changes, but let us proceed and provision these resources. So now our CloudFormation is creating these resources. I want to expand this one a little bit, and then I scroll down. I can refresh. It indicates that security group have already been created for our server. It's now creating a EC2 instance. The creation is in progress, so to refresh again. So if you can go to our resources here, we can be able to see the resources that are being provisioned. So the first one was the security group. You can click here and see the security group that are being created. At the same time, you can click here to see the instance that is in progress. Here's the security group that have been created. We gave it this name, and if I can click it, we check the rules that are under this security group. I just go to the inbound rules, just scroll down. I think we can. Let's just hide it for us to be able to see. Yes, so here we have defined these three rules. One is HTTP port 80, HTTPS port 443, and SSH port 22. So we're able now to see our security group have been successfully created by the CloudFormation. Then let's see the EC2 instance. We can just go back to CloudFormation and click refresh. As you can see, a last IP address has been created, and this IP address is complete. Our EC2 instance is complete, have been created by the CloudFormation. Yeah, and we can get it here. So you can click even the last IP address to see it from the dashboard. Now you can see the instance is now running, and these instances have been created by the CloudFormation because we are creating direct from the CloudFormation. So that is a good confirmation that the resources are being created. So waiting for the Elastic IP address to load. So if I come here to Elastic IP address, down here you're going to see the new Elastic IP address that have been created, and this is the Elastic IP address, which is a public. All the Elastic IP address, they are public. So this is the Elastic IP address. You can see the summary of EC2 instances here. Yeah, so that's how you're able to provision your resources using a CloudFormation. And since these resources, some of them they come with cost, I want us to delete this stack to avoid the charges. So once you delete a stack, it will delete all the resources that are attached to it. So by clicking this one, we'll be able now to delete all the resources that we have provisioned within these templates. So guys, I know the video have been very belief because I'm targeting the guys who are just starting understanding infrastructure as a code through CloudFormation. I will make another video that is a bit more detailed, so that we're able now to understand in a comprehensive way. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also you can share with your friends so that they can also learn from this wonderful tutorial. Thank you very much.